How's everybody doing? My name's Derek, and you're watching A Fragrance State of Mind. Today we're going to discuss Paul Gaultier and why there's so much hype behind it. Is it any good? Is it worth all the hype? Stay tuned. All right, so I've been collecting fragrances for many years. Paul Gaultier has been around for a very long time. I remember smelling the first original blue Paul Gaultier bottle, and I thought, wow, this is a really unique scent. Kind of fougere, very lavender, vanilla-ish, smelled really good. Didn't have a super long projection or time on the skin, but at the time when I was first collecting, that was really, they had a couple other flankers, but nothing really stood out. It was a really good house. They had solid releases, but it wasn't like everyone was talking about it. And then I noticed the last few years, a lot of people have been talking about Paul Gaultier and hyping it online. One of the reasons why I think it's so popular is because of their presentation. They have a really cool presentation about them. As you can see, they come in these really cool tin cans, and there's a lot of jokes about opening them with a can opener, but actually they open from the bottom, and the bottle would be right here. So it's a really cool presentation. Also, the bottles are pretty cool. Men's torso, designed differently for each flanker. Very cool, very interesting. As far as scent goes, we'll talk about that. So this is Paul Gaultier Le Parfum. And this was hyped for a really long time. I know the elixir is a little more hyped now. But as far as scent goes, it has a very mass appealing scent. It's something that you can wear easily. It's kind of a dumb reach fragrance. Works for most seasons. Isn't too sweet, too cloying. Is a very good baseline fragrance. They have that lavender, vanilla, slightly floral effect on the skin. They smell good. Are they worth all the hype? Maybe, maybe not. I think, honestly, there are a lot of great fragrances that do similar things to what Paul Gaultier does. And honestly, I'm talking to a lot of the younger teenagers. Open your mind a little bit that there are other fragrances that smell similar to what Paul Gaultier offers, but have a little bit more interesting uniqueness. So I think Paul Gaultier is great for a teenager. If you're having a hard time finding it, or if it's something that has sold off on all the shelves and you can't get it, don't worry about it. There's other fragrances to check out. Definitely open your mind a little bit and see what else is out there. I think, it's cool to have a Paul Gaultier in your collection. It's definitely something you could show off to your friends and say, hey, I'm wearing Paul Gaultier. But honestly, there's so many other great fragrances like this one. This is Valentino Born in Roma Intense. This smells very similar to Paul Gaultier. Similar in the vein of the elixir or the Le Parfum. It has that lavender accord with the powdery vanilla. This one doesn't have a slight spiciness like the Paul Gaultier does, but it has the sweetness that really brings it out. Are they different? Absolutely, but they are very similar in vein. So I think there are other fragrances that smell similar to that DNA that are going to get you the same type of Paul Gaultier, but will be a little different. Don't be afraid to explore other options. I think Paul Gaultier is a great fragrance. They're really fun. The bottles are super cool, but don't close yourself off to the possibilities of other great fragrances out there. Don't believe all the hype. There's nothing magical that's going to happen. You're not going to attract 30 women wearing Paul Gaultier. You're not going to be the coolest kid in school. Really reach within yourself and find who you truly are and find a fragrance that's going to match your personality, your vibe, and how you are with people. I think there's a lot of great fragrances out there that will do the same effect of Paul Gaultier without needing that bottle. But once again, it's a great fragrance. It's a really great solid choice. But like I said, it's kind of like that toy during Christmas that people are trying to get a hold of, and they're spending hundreds of dollars to get it because it's sold out everywhere. Don't go crazy trying to get Paul Gaultier, because there are other fragrances similar to it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all you do. Definitely subscribe to my channel. Watch my videos. I have a lot of great ones on here. I've got about 50 videos on YouTube, and I've got other videos on TikTok as well. I'm a Fragrance State of Mind on TikTok and YouTube, so if you are following me on one, definitely follow me on the other for more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a fragrant state of mind.